Okay, Thursday, July 23rd, 2020. Pippi and I are late today because I slept in a little bit. Last couple of nights the fire alarm, the smoke alarm started chirping, which then petrifies Pippa, and then she gets on the bed and she's drooling and hyperventilating and trembling, and then nobody gets any sleep. So we changed the battery again in the smoke alarm, and last night it did not start chirping. So maybe we finally found a battery with a little bit of charge. So very overcast. There was rain overnight, and it's very, very still. I'm going to shut up for a second and just let you see, or see. Here, hang on. I'll even stop walking. Absolutely no wind. You can hear the drips from the trees, and that's about it. When we get closer to the road, we might see a car or two. And in fact, yesterday and today, the traffic that I would normally expect in Côte Saint-Gabriel, given that we're, quotes, resuming, at least in part, is still low. Well, mind you, it's the construction holiday. I guess that's why. Construction holiday started, I guess, last, was it Monday? And it goes for 2 weeks. So a lot of the regular traffic, I guess, is on vacation or staycation or whatever. So there we have it. And I'm on kind of a permanent staycation right now, with putzing around in the shop and putzing around in the deck, and then doing my daily reading and just thinking of what I'm going to have for breakfast today. And I figure we'll make a homemade egg McMuffin. Well, you know what I'm talking about. I don't like McDonald's. All the money I spent in McDonald's when I was working for a quick lunchtime years ago in the Central Station, my God, it makes me makes me wonder how the hell I'm still, let's call it, less than 200 pounds for all the Big Macs that I used to eat. Come here. Oh, there's a groundhog in there near that pipe. She's seen it, I've seen it, and she's checking for it. In fact, I think I just heard they kind of make a sound like a squirrel chirping, or I don't know. Anyway, she smells them, or her. This way, Pip, come. And so Pippi was lounging outside on the front walk while I was having a shower, and she just lay there with her head up and just watching things. Yesterday at supper time, when that alarm was chirping, she wanted out, so we let her out, and she wouldn't come back in until about 7:30. No matter what I did, I tried to bribe her, but she finally came in and had her supper and settled down. But she sure does not like that smoke alarm and thunder and lightning. They've said that for dogs that get anxious, especially for thunder and lightning, try some CBD. And I think I might try it. I've got some CBD oil that I only use when I see her walking with discomfort. And maybe we'll try that. Thing is, it takes a little while to kick in, like half an hour, 45 minutes, but we'll see. Maybe that's the idea. The air is very, very heavy. Humidity is, I don't know, probably well over 95%. But it's cool. I'd say 18 or 19. So we still have the pandemic. I heard something about the Olympics or some, just catching it as I was going out the door. I didn't get a lot of detail, but we do need a diversion. But it's so hard to imagine that the Olympics will be happening anytime before there is a proven vaccine and proven interventions for the COVID. But we do need a little diversions, and I see the hockey is supposed to start, I think, the first week of August. And I'm a hockey fan. I like hockey, and particularly converted from the Maple Laughs to the Habitants in the years when my son was about 5 or 6. And so now I like to watch the Habs, and I like to watch it in French, to be honest. I think the French announcers are far better. What's his name? Pierre Hood. Where are you going, pup? You want to go this way? And so if that starts up in August, at least we'll have a little bit of diversion. But I have a hard time again imagining that the infections will be so well controlled. I see Max Domi, for example, a type 1 diabetic, if I recall. He, whoops, I'm going to turn around. He is practicing. He's a week or so behind, according to the rest of the guys, as far as their training is concerned. And I think that Crosby injured himself, I think, last week, and the Habs are supposed to play the Penguins in the first round of this playoff. Now, think about this. The playoff for the last season is going to start next week with 24 teams, if I remember, and they're going to play for the Stanley Cup, and it's going to feel really kind of fake or set up, as opposed to, the regular season, and you have to really bust your ass to get in. The Habs are in by virtue of being close, and so it feels a little fake. Now, having said that, just about any team on any given night can beat the other team. These guys are good, and the differences are so small that the differences have to be played out over the course of the season. So I have a feeling if Carey Price is on his game, and COVID doesn't go and strike, we might see an interesting series, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Habs take the Penguins. Presumably the Penguins are one of the top seeds in relation to the Habs. So the odds are against the Habs. But at least it'll be a little bit of diversion, interesting, fun, if you like. Sip a beer or a glass of wine and watch the game. Just over a week from now. What's today? 23rd? Okay, just over a week. Let's say 10 days from now. I think they start on August 1. So we might get a little bit of diversion there. So we need that. And I was talking to one of my Shriner friends. We have a normal fishing, golfing, four-wheeling outing in the first weekend after Labor Day. And he asked me to set up the golf like I've done for the last 4 or 5 years, and I said, I'm not going.